That is going to be a difficult project, but we
a machine. It looks like the frame took the worst of the impact, but we might be able to salvage the engine.
That is going to be a difficult project, but we have the right tools here to get this beautiful machine back on the road in no time. Why do cars always seem to find the most expensive way to get damaged? Maybe they just want to make sure we stay busy in the shop all day long. Why did the car break up with the road?
Because it was tired of being taken for granted and needed a change of pace for the long run. Why did the mechanic break up with his girlfriend? Because he felt like there was just too much friction in their relationship and things were getting rusty. Why did the mechanic break up with his girlfriend? Because he felt their relationship was just not running smoothly anymore. Why did the mechanic break up with his girlfriend? Because he felt their relationship had too many loose ends and he needed some time to realign his priorities.
Break up with his girlfriend.
Because he said they just weren't clicking and there were too many dents in their relationship. Go to the doctor. Because he had a bad case of the flu and was feeling a little bit run down, just like his car. Why did the car mechanic break up with his girlfriend? Because he felt their relationship was really starting to grind his gears after all this time.
Why did the car mechanic go to art school?
Because he wanted to learn how to draw out the dents with a perfect finish. You know, working on a frame like this requires a lot of patience. One wrong move and you risk bending it further, but slow and steady always wins. Why did the mechanic go to the doctor? Because he was feeling a little run down and needed a tune-up for his own health. Why do mechanics make such great comedians? I suppose it is because they are always great at fixing jokes and tuning up a good punchline. Why did the mechanic break up with his girlfriend? Because he felt like he was just a space part in her life and needed a tune-up. Why did the mechanic break up with his girlfriend? Because he felt their relationship was going nowhere, and she kept trying to change his gears.
Why did the mechanic go to school?
Because he wanted to make sure he had all the right tools to fix things up and get everything running smoothly. Why do cars make such great partners? I have no idea. Because they are always willing to go the distance whenever you are ready to drive. Why did the mechanic go to the doctor?
Because he was feeling a little bit run down and needed a quick tune-up to get back on track.
Why did the mechanic bring a ladder to the car shop? Because he wanted to reach the high-end luxury parts on the top shelf.
Why did the mechanic go to the doctor?
Because he was feeling a little exhausted, but after a quick checkup, he was back in perfect working order. Why did the car go to school? Because it wanted to become a headlight scholar and learn how to brighten up the road ahead. Why don't scientists trust atoms?
Because they make up everything.
Why did the car visit the bank? Because it wanted to get a new finish to improve its credit rating for the long road ahead.